like that, thank you. There was a lady recently said that she had a bird table and it was constantly being... there was this squirrel family were constantly eating everything off the bird table and chasing the birds away, which was upsetting her. So what she did, in her brilliance, she buttered the bird table. And then she said for the rest of the week, she just watched some squirrels pole dance. We had one man who'd seen an owl, a baby owl in the road, and he pulled over and he decided it was poorly, not dead, and decided he was going to try and take it home and take it somewhere the next day to look after it. So he balanced it on his lap for a bit of warmth while he was driving along. It started to come round, so he put it smartly, moved it across to the passenger seat, and then it fully came round, and he realised in that split second that he had a live owl in an enclosed space. And it continued to lacerate his face and arms to the point where he had to open the window and just throw the fucking thing out. But I asked this question in Canada. I was working in Canada and I did a show there, and I sort of casually forgot that they'd have an entirely different set of wildlife there. And one lady, really posh lady, she said,
kayaking with a pot of orca.
I said, there are 6 words in that sentence and I don't know what 3 of them are. And one lady said that her dog was barking. She went downstairs to see what her dog was barking at. And in her kitchen was a fully grown grizzly bear. I know, it just let itself in her back door. Not like that, that sounded bad, not like that. Not like that, not like, woo! Don't know what the mime is. But one of my favourite ones, we were in Leeds a few months ago, and I said, what's the best thing you've seen in nature? And the lady shouted out, a Dalmatian! And I thought, oh, bless her, she's not really understood the question. And then she said, humping a pony! I was like, there you go, there's your story. I said, where did you see that? She said, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I said, did you watch it for very long? She said, no, not long, I was on a roller coaster. What the fuck's happening down there? One of the main differences I noticed when I moved to the countryside, having lived in the city centre for so long, is that power cuts last a lot longer. So the first power cut we had in the countryside lasted 26 hours. I'd never experienced anything like that before. And we realised by 6 p.m. the power wasn't going to come back on, so we just prepared for a night without it. Now, luckily, my husband is quite a Bear Grylls. I know. So he went foraging for curry. Before he left, he said to me, don't waste the battery power on the torches. I said, OK. He said, just light a few candles. Now, I'm not a very girly girl, so candles are never something I would especially buy for myself. But luckily, I've got loads of friends who don't know me at all. I've got shitloads of scented candles. So I lit a few, and by the time my husband came back in, I was relaxed, horny, and excited for Christmas. I seem to have acquired that I would never buy for myself is sticks in a jar. Have you seen this? Sticks in a jar? Sticks in a jar? Does anybody know what the proper name is? Reed diffuser. A few of you shouted out at the same time. Thank you. If you don't know what it is, it's just a jar that has perfume in it. And the reeds or the sticks carry the perfume up, make the room smell nice. I didn't know any of this when this was given to me as a present. It reminded me quite a lot of the incense sticks that my friend had when I visited her at university. So I nearly lit the fucking thing. Accidentally created a Joe Malone Molotov cocktail. There's quite a few girly things I can't really partake in. For example, I can't have anything in the bath that isn't me or the water. I can't have bath bombs, bath oil, bubble bath, bath salt, kind of any of those things. If I have any of those things, it makes down there raw. I mean both spellings, like R-A-W, sort of red and angry and shiny, and also just no. Pretty sure that's what the Katy Perry song is about. It's like that old pub joke, you know that old pub joke, you'll know this. 2 monkeys in the bath, one of them goes, hoo, 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 and the other one goes, oh, sorry, I forgot you had a really sensitive vagina. Do you know that one? say, if you say that I've got a really sensitive vagina, I meant that in like a practical way just then. But you could also say that at kind of sexy time, couldn't you? You've got to be careful of those sentences that on paper look like the same thing. Here's another one. Got to be careful. I'm not wearing any knickers. Because I've got a touch of thrush and I'm trying to get a bit of air round. But I've got a friend who's in her 60s and she said to me, I used to be like you with the bath bombs and whatnot. I said, used to be. What's changed? She said, oh, well, when you get to my age, you can have whatever you like in the bath because it's all dead down there. That is a small upside to a big downside, isn't it? I have no feeling whatsoever in my vagina, but finally I get to go to Lush. A long time ago, I was reading one of those books. You know those books that are ostensibly a romance but have a couple of pages of filth in the middle, a smashing? I was reading one of those, and on one of the pages of filth, the lady of the book poured some champagne on herself. And the man of the book drank the champagne off her. And me and my boyfriend at the time, this is 20 years ago, decided we were going to have a go at this. We couldn't afford champagne, so we bought some Lambrusco. And I had forgot that the lady in the book was lying flat. I was sitting upright, just poured it on, it ran straight in. Smarted like a motherfucker. I told that story to a friend of mine recently, and she said, is that why you don't drink? No. Not once when somebody's asked me, why don't I drink, have I answered, because it hurts me fanny. Ah, you're doing it wrong then. You don't have to take the cork out like that. It was a screw cup. Imagine the skills I need for a screw cup. But I had to talk to one of my neighbours recently. Wasn't planning on doing that for sort of ever, really. Gives a cheer if you talk to your neighbours? Gives a cheer if you don't? I had to talk to my neighbour because we share a septic tank. Now, if you don't know what a septic tank is, the fact that my neighbour refers to it as a sewerage tank should give you a good indication of what's in it. I've never seen the septic tank. It's on her side of the fence. I imagine they're in the ground. Is that right? Does anybody know? Yeah, thank you. I didn't know that. So in my mind, I pictured it as like a skip on a drive with a lid on. So when she came round to tell me it was nearly full, because my neighbour's quite little, I pictured her like lifting the lid on her tippy toes. Oh, her IBS is playing up again, Gerald. Push that one back in, it's bobbing out. I do have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I also have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I like to put those collections of letters at the end of my name and pretend I went to university. So people think that I'm educated rather than regularly shitting my barren self. One of my friends said to me, she said, I can't always tell if you're about to tell me a secret or you're sneaking out a fart. Got no secrets. All farts. What you do find, though, if you have IBS and you're having a bad bout of IBS, your farts are so horrific that if you do one in a room where there are other people, you don't get the traditional response of people kind of muttering to each other, has somebody just, can you smell? Has somebody just... That's what happens. What happens is somebody puts their hand on your arm and says, are you all right?